So Mark, maybe just start off by telling us a little bit about how the early days started with Pitchero.
Right at the start of the company, Pitchero was founded about 10 years ago. It was a time when Facebook was arriving, YouTube was arriving, MySpace had been out for a couple of years. And the idea is, what can we give to sports clubs that brings them together and makes their jobs easier to communicate and to manage their clubs? And it started off with a very simple tool, a basic website where people could add content and communicate through that. And over the years, we've added more and more applications. And now we try and do all the business services that a club would need. Some of our clubs have thousands of members, so these are almost small, medium-sized businesses. So we now allow them to build websites and mobile apps, but also membership and payments, registration forms, all the things that a club would need to manage itself day to day, week to week.
And has helping the volunteers and the people who run the clubs and keeping things simple and straightforward, has that been part of the ethos?
The volunteers across grassroots sports are the backbone of grassroots sports. They're essential to making things happen. They all work in offices that have the latest software. They work at home where they have Facebook and great technology. So when they go to the club on the weekend, they need great technology as well. And that's the bit we're trying to fill, to give the volunteers the software so they have less admin to do, less repetition or duplication. We save them time so they can spend more time coaching and doing the fun stuff, and also make it more enjoyable. Volunteers have to be replaced. They have to, some volunteers retire and we have to bring new people in. If a volunteer's job's easy and it's enjoyable and it's efficient, we can get more people volunteering in grassroots sports, and that's a great thing for sport, for everybody, for the players, for the parents, for everybody within the community.
And what about from a coaching point of view? How's the app been able to help coaches at community clubs?
So coaches are probably the most stressed people. They've got a lot of people to organise, they've got a lot of players, and they've got a lot of parents to organise. They don't know if they're playing week to week at the moment. So it's all about making their lives easy in communication and also track and trace through the mobile apps. So everyone's concerned about COVID, and quite rightly so. We want to provide an easy tool which allows a club, a coach, to track its players, who's turned up, who's been here, take a register within a couple of minutes and save that straight away on the cloud, and then they can access that anytime they want should somebody get sick from COVID. It makes their lives easier, it takes away some stress, and it means teams like this can get back to playing sport quickly when they're given the green light to play.
Do you want to say anything around some of the cashless payment stuff? What new initiatives? We've talked about COVID. What other new initiatives are you looking at for the app?
When COVID became a reality back in March, we quickly realised that Pitchero could provide a lot of solutions. We kept hearing buzzwords like track and trace and contactless payments in shop, don't use cash. We had a team meeting. We quickly realised we could do a lot of this stuff quite quickly on Pitchero with just quite a few tweaks to our existing applications. So within about 6 weeks, we had track and trace working. That was using our training feature and our team selection feature. We brought them together and we enabled that data to be stored in the cloud and gave coaches access to it. We made payments contactless, so a player or a parent could turn up to a match and they could pay for their membership fee straight away without having to hand over cash. We just made everything a lot easier so that sport could be played during these difficult times, and we did it in record time.
And any view on the current next month of lockdown for community sport? Is that the right thing to do?
I'm not sure it is. I think there's a lot of great technology out there, not just Pitchero, but there's a lot of other different types of apps and service providers. I think now is the time for governing bodies, for federations, for Sport England to be looking at that technology and applying it as solutions, because we all know people playing sport is super important for their health, for their well-being, for family life. Being out here running around in the fresh air is a great thing. There's technology which can help that and make that happen, and now is the time to embrace that.
And if you're a community club watching this and you're not quite sure what it's all about, what's the easiest way for them to find out a bit more about particularly the track and trace facility you've got on the app?
If you're a community club and you're looking at technology now, trying to find a better solution, have a look at Pitchero. It's free to sign up, 30 days is free. Log on and you'll instantly be contacted by one of our account managers and they'll answer all your questions. We've got great staff working 5 days a week here to help you. Use those staff and let's get as many people back playing sport as soon as possible. Does that sound all good?
Yeah, really good.
Cool.